Pastor Tim?
Caleb.
Is that my favorite dean of students?
I need you. I got a project.
Okay, I'm here for you. What do you need?
Remember that great idea you had?
Let's narrow it down. Which great idea?
You know, the only great idea you've ever had.
Oh, you're talking about the idea. Yes, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to happen. We need it to happen.
You need to, you want me to do it?
Yes.
Pastor Tim, I've been waiting for this day for so long. You want me to do it now?
Caleb, I believe in you.
Okay, fine. I can do it in my apartment. How's that?
Well, that may work, but we need you. You got to do something about this, dude.
What's this? Why are you touching your face?
You got to clean up.
I'm not following. What's this?
Get rid of the beard.
Goodbye, old friend. Huh. Yep. I'm gonna need to build a set. And here we go. Now this is set. Welcome GCU family and Lope community to my living room and my apartment for, well, the first episode of the GCU Lope Show with Caleb Duarte. Wow, that's insane to even say. I am so excited. We're just gonna have a fun time here. I cannot wait to entertain you guys. But before we even do that, I want to tell you why this is even happening in the first place. So let me tell you a little story. I'm sure if you're watching this or know what GCU is, you've probably heard our motto before, and it's this: find your purpose, right? Every year, thousands of students leave this place and graduate with that very thing fulfilled, their purpose, or at least on the way to finding that purpose. Because I know first and foremost from a personal experience that, well, it's possible. So I thought to myself, I love GCU and I found my purpose here. Why not combine them and showcase who GCU is and what they do in a way that's, well, different and never been seen before? And so I did. And that's why I have a talk show. Because I want this show to be designed to do three things for you. And here it goes. Make you smile, entertain you, and, well, show you why GCU is the place to find your purpose. So without further ado, get ready to be entertained, get ready to love GCU, and, well, I'm your host, Caleb Duarte, and this is the GCU Lope Show. Let's get going. As you all know watching, it's graduation season for millions of seniors across the globe. And, well, it's a little different. Because the world's different. Due to what's going on, the joy and excitement that usually comes with graduating is, well, a little hard to come by. But what if I told you that joy and excitement was found here in the heart of Phoenix at, you guessed it, Grand Canyon University. Led by senior student leader Caleb Pullman, hundreds of soon-to-be graduating Lopes gathered together and took their graduation walk as one herd. On a stage, no, but honestly, in a little bit more memorable fashion. They took it down the famous Lopes Way. It truly was a viral moment here at GCU and something nobody will soon forget in the GCU family. And in fact, that just spoke to a larger crowd. The creativity that the class of 2020 had and, well, how they celebrated their new graduation. So, without further ado, I want to show you some of those, so check it out. You know, it wasn't just the students who stepped up and celebrated their new distance graduation. Professors got in the game as well, and one professor went above and beyond with how she did that. Professor Adrienne Crawford of the College of Science, Engineering, and Technology made sure to make her students feel special by hosting a Zoom graduation, and, well, it was pretty special. Not only did she send out personal invitations, but the graduation consisted of all of the following: an opening processional, a national anthem, an opening prayer, a keynote speaker, an announcement of graduates, a pronouncement of graduation, and a recessional. Now, I don't know what a recessional is, but I looked it up and, well, It was a nice touch. Professor, you're awesome, and thank you for showing the GCU community to the world. And you know, that's truly what we're all about here at GCU, is showing the community and showing the people that make it up. And we thought it'd be pretty cool to, well, hear from the future of GCU. It wasn't just the colleges that had their, lives impacted. High schoolers did too. So we want to take a moment to talk to a future Lope here at the GCU Lope Show. Erik Yost, future Lope, welcome to the first episode of the GCU Lope Show. Thanks so much for being on the show.
No problem. How you doing, Caleb?
Dude, I am in my apartment doing a talk show. I am living the dream. But Erik, who are you? What have you done in high school? Like, what makes Erik Yost Erik Yost?
Well, at Valley, I'm actually student body vice president. And on top of that, I also do varsity swimming, varsity water polo, and then I'm also on the engineering teams there.
Engineering teams? What does that all entail?
Well, with the engineering team, it's like a little bit of robotics, a little bit of like the business aspect, but basically programs where we just build stuff and try to help others with it. Wow.
When I hear cool stuff like that, that's insane. Because my mind totally does not know that world. But I also found out you worked for an intern for NASA. What was that all about?
Yeah, so for the past 3 summers, I've had the amazing opportunity of being able to intern at NASA.
Wow.
And so at NASA, I was a project leader. And my whole project, which I led, was based on sustainable energy to help people in like third world countries. And it was an amazing opportunity to be able to learn how to grow in my engineering skills.
Dude, that sounds sick. So like with NASA and all that, like what's your dream?
Well, my overall dream is I love to be a missionary who uses engineering to help others.
Wow.
And so actually at Valley, I've been able to go on mission trips to Mexico and even Liberia, where I'm able to bring my NASA project. I'm able to help the community across the world and be able to live my purpose by helping others with my skills. I love to be able to start a business to help others in those countries by creating fresh water or electricity sustainable for those villages and communities, especially in Africa.
Wow. Well, I love hearing that because as GCU, we have a great business program and we do this thing called the Canyon Challenge. It's like a GCU version of Shark Tank. And so I can't wait to see what you do with that world. So good luck with that. Why Grand Canyon University? Why is that the place to find your purpose?
Well, ever since my Discover trip when I visited, I just absolutely loved the community that went on around there. And the fellowship with Christ, we're able to grow as a student, but also as a leader and a servant for Jesus. And I just love that wholesome approach to education. Wow.
So when you think of GCU, like with the community and the culture, like what clicked for you that was like, this is where I want to go for college?
Well, on my Discover trip, we actually went down to the karaoke night. And I absolutely loved it. At Valley, I love being on the Spirit and being like out there and cheering on my team. And so on the karaoke night, I just love being able to see everyone just love the school and love what they do.
That's perfect. When you say like Spirit and all that, I have to give a shout out to my favorite thing on campus, the GCU Havocs. The biggest party in college basketball. So lastly, if you had a message for your fellow class of 2024, wow, I'm getting old, class of 2024 graduates, what would it be?
I just want to say, hey guys, I'm so excited to be able to meet all of you guys, and I can't wait for us all to grow as leaders and as servants for Christ. I'm so excited to meet you guys all and to live, learn, and serve with you guys.
I love that. Well, Erik Yost, thanks so much. Have fun next fall. Lopes up and Lopes out. See you, buddy.
See you, Caleb.
Thank you once again to Erik Yost for coming on the GCU Lope Show as our first future Lope. Now to close out the show, we have a man who needs no introduction, but we're going to give him one anyway. Watch this. Welcome back into the GCU Lope Show. I know what you're thinking. Pastor Tim Griffin's here, but before we go anywhere else, we got to check something. Alrighty, so just grab it. Okay. There's 5 feet and 6 feet. Great. We passed. Well, Pastor Tim, thanks for dropping by the show.
My pleasure.
First of all, I appreciate the phone call, the Zoom meeting. I was very honored when you asked me to do this project.
Well, I'm thrilled.
How do you like the setup?
It's not like the old set, but it'll do.
I will do, and I'm excited. I'm still a little bitter though about the beard. It was a 2-month bonding process, and it was gone.
You look pretty good, but you're you should be clean cut.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Well, how have you been? It's a crazy world we're in right now. You're in. All of us are in weird times right now. How are you? How's the family? How have you been doing?
Well, we moved everything home and work and everything that goes along with it. And it's going great. The family's doing fine. The grandkids are great. So we're doing okay.
I love that. Now, folks watching back home, if you don't know who Pastor Tim is, he has a lot of titles. So really quickly, give me your full elevator speech here on who Pastor Tim is and what are your titles?
Well, Vice President of Student Affairs, Dean of Students, and Campus Pastor.
Which one's your favorite title?
Well, I came here as a campus pastor.
I got it.
And that's where I started. But, the others have some great opportunities and privileges that come along with it. So, yeah, they're all good.
A lot of what you do is very much like a campus dad, if you will. That's Pastor Tim for us. And I personally know that from experience. But I want to actually go with you through something here. He actually is involved with a lot of events that we do on campus, and he's more than willing to do whatever it takes for him to make sure the students have a good time. And so we've shared a lot of moments together.
You bet.
And I probably enjoyed them a lot more than you did, I would say.
I don't know. No, it's been
You
fun.
did like them a couple of times.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take you down a walk through memory lane here.
All right.
And I want to see if you remember when we did these things. So do you remember at Mr. GCU, one of the biggest events of the year, when we rode onto stage on toy horses?
Yes. Yeah, I had to explain that stick horse as I was walking across campus. The strangest looks. Like, okay, I'm not going to ask, but I guess it belongs to you.
Well, and then actually you had to take it away from your grandson.
I did.
You had to go back and get
After the first taping, I took it home and gave it to him, and I had to kind of steal it.
So the first time we used the toy horses was actually for another thing that I wanted you to remember. Do you remember when we walked down Lope's Way to Old Town Road in cowboy hats?
Yes, I do.
Check
the
it
best part was sweet tea.
Oh, it was. Check it out.
Caleb, I'm getting you up to lip sync.
Oh. Why are you here?
Sweet tea.
Huh. Do you remember at Lip Sync, probably the biggest event of the year in my humble opinion, the whole arena's packed. Do you remember when you half performed an air guitar in front of the entire arena with thunder while I repelled from the stage? Or
that was the best part. I mean, me and an air guitar just, that wasn't a good idea.
It was funny because I'm coming down repelling and we get down to the stage and you're like, I'm out.
I'm done.
But it made me and Thunder actually had a fantastic shot.
Yes,
Me and him got a great shot. It would have been great if you would have been there too. Do you remember when you discovered your favorite game, the Whisper Challenge?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that
was fun.
You got into it pretty good.
Yeah. Probably more than I should have, but
it was very fun. And then finally, do you remember when you realized you never want Do you remember when you realized you never want to ride a golf cart with me again?
Oh, yes. Lord help us.
If with your approval, can we show them what we're talking about?
Yeah, go for it.
Check it out.
Just take the wheel, take it from my hand.
What? Oh my gosh, you okay? Yeah.
Oh my.
The videographer's okay. Let's just clarify that. I should probably text him. Haven't texted him in a while, but I think he's fine. And I want to go out on this. We talked about the whole show. Graduation, it's weird. It's tough for some people for both colleges and high schools and even the 8th graders, if you think about it. If you had to say anything to the classes, whether they're coming out of high school, whether they're coming out of college, what would you say?
Well, college is a great stage in life. When students get moved in, I think sometimes they're a little hesitant about what they ought to get involved with. I think you really modeled it for a lot of college kids, and that is right out of the gate. As soon as you get unpacked, you start making your way across campus, look for things to get involved with, meet people, jump in with both feet. It'll make your college experience everything that you're hoping it will be.
And for me, it was easy because of what GCU was and people like you and the community that you helped build and the culture you helped build. So thank you, Pastor Tim, Vice President of Student Affairs, Dean of Students, and Grandpa also.
Yes.
But most importantly, the campus dad of GCU. This is Pastor Tim Griffin. We'll be right back. Well, that's going to wrap up the first episode of the GCU Lope Show. I hope you had a fun time watching. I know I had a fun and exciting time doing it for you guys here in my apartment. Folks, I am so excited for the show and the the future of where it may go. This show is just designed to do three things, like I said in the very beginning of this episode: entertain you, make you smile, and through that, show you why GCU is the place to find your purpose. And because it happened for me, and I know it can happen for all of you watching. Thank you to Erik, Yost, and Pastor Tim Griffin. Erik, you're going to kill it in your GCU career. I cannot wait to start following you this fall with what you do. Pastor Tim, you know I love you. You know you're my campus dad. You're everybody's campus dad. We love you. And finally, with this episode, with every episode we do, we want to end with a verse to give it an uplifting and hopeful message. So today's verse is this: Joshua 1:9, have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Folks, that's the first episode. See you next Friday. Lopes up and Lopes out. That definitely did not go in.